Hi and welcome to Winners Corner. This Sunday takes us to a Grand Slam 75 round at ATGValla racetrack. And there's a nice addition of money in the pool for 7 correct since we have a jackpot. And one should keep in mind that ATGValla has the longest home straight in Sweden. 227 meters, Harry. And what does that do for us now creating our tips?
Well, it's very important to take note of just what you've just told us. 227 meters, it's a mighty long straight. It's the longest in Sweden. But what it really means is that the drivers have to be particularly careful that they don't burn too much energy at the start of a race, because when they turn into the straight, it's a long way to go. And many horses have come in with 10, 20 meters lead, and they just have run out of fuel. And that's why very often, actually, I must say, ATGValla, especially on a meeting like this, provides massive payouts. And one of the reasons for that is just this long straight. A lot of people and a lot of drivers underestimate just how important it is to save energy.
Okay, then we start here for this Sunday in race 4, which also equals the first leg in the GS 75 round. It's a long distance race, 2,640 meters. And what have you dug up for us here?
Actually, a Danish trainer has been many years in Årby, very talented, and he's suddenly now starting to have very good young horses coming through. And it's Bo Felsig I'm talking about. He's got very similar dress to Johnny Takter, so very often I look and see. But no joking. Evan William Sisu is a really good show bet here. Here we see him. He comes from the back of the field, and he eventually, I think, finishes 4th. But the horse runs on, and I'll tell you what, he's got a really good chance of a show bet here, and I really feel the odds are really attractive. And Bo Felsig in form, climb in.
So we start off here with a nice show bet in race 4, number 8, Evan Williams Sisu. We make a jump now to race 6. It equals the 3rd leg in the Grand Slam 75 round, and it's an even race of a full distance. And here you've singled out a winner for us.
Certainly, and I was just waiting for you to say Harry, and it's not the favourite. But it's got a beautiful name. It's called Rapid Cash. And I'm telling you now, this could be very, very good. We're watching him in Halmstad here, Henriette Larsson. At this stage, Rapid Cash was trained by Peter Untersteiner, wins very well. So only had 5 starts, has won 2 of them, had suffered problems after that, but came back in a qualification on the 30th of last month and looked fantastic. And I can tell you right now, he's got a really good chance. Thomas Dahlberg in great form at the moment, local ATGValla driver. And as I say, people tend to forget. But I can tell you, even after that long layoff, he is a very capable customer. And one just has to go back into the archives and listen to what Peter Untersteiner said about Rapid Cash when he was still in their training.
So a very interesting win bet here from Harry in race 6 on horse number 7, Rapid Cash. Another little jump and we find ourselves in race 9, the 6th leg in the GS 75 round. Another long distance race, 2,640 meters. And this is the first test to the mare championship. So we're talking 4-year-old mares. And the favorite here, number 9, Procco Late, has 3 wins, 2 second places in her last 5 races, Harry. How come that you recommend a win bet on another horse here?
Yeah, now don't be upset with me. It's not Procolate, it's Procolate.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for the pronunciation.
Yeah, Procolate. But anyway, yeah, Procolate won a really good race last time, so we know he's in form. But I can tell you now, Sobel Jasmine, the buzz was all around the stable area, everything we heard about in his her last race. Peter Untersteiner was upset. She was fantastic in training. Well, it didn't go her way, but I've picked out a race where she did win with Peter Untersteiner, and as you can see, it's a fantastic win, and this filly is really, really knocking on the door, and certainly I'm surprised she's 3-4 to 1. Should be a massive favourite, but because of Procolate, you're going to get better odds.
So, win bet here in race 9 on horse number 3, Sobel Jasmine. And this against the big favorite. And race 9 also takes us in on the daily double, since race 9 equals DD1. And looking at your suggestion here, Harry, we can see that you also here use number 3, Sobel Jasmine, as a banker in DD1. DD2 is a full distance race of a full distance that holds what seems to become the biggest favorite in the round, number 6, star Costa Shorta. Should he be this big a favourite, you think?
I think so, and certainly Peter Untersteiner has got an outstanding chance of taking a double here. And having played Rapid Cash, it's not going to cost a shirt for you to play this double. I think you could get reasonably good odds, and looking at 8-10 to 1, well, that's nothing to sneeze at.
So we have one single combination for the daily double this Sunday. The Grand Slam 75 round holds 7 races for us to solve, and you've put in a lot of effort trying to do so, Harry. Let's take a look at your system. And here we can see that you only have one banker for this Sunday, and it is in the 5th leg. Race over full distance, big field, 15 horses. What made you choose number 3, Nisse Sonna?
Well, you have to go somewhere. The last 2 races, you can see I've taken my straight double 3-6, but I've also included the 2 most obvious dangers just to make sure that we stay alive there. But in that 5th one, Nisse Sonna has definitely got a really good form. Ulf Olsen in the sulky from draw 3. I really believe this is the best chance in the Grand Slam, and if we can knock that one home, and with those spread in the first races, we've got a pretty good chance of staying away all to the finish. I really put a lot of money on 3 Nisse Sonna.
2 races that we haven't talked about yet, Harry. The 2nd leg, 15 horses here, trained by amateur trainers over full distance, circular start, and you mark 4 horses. Anyone that you want to promote a little extra?
Yes, actually, I'm going to warn for one called Cats Klondike with Ulf Olsson. Totally forgotten about in the betting. This is a capable filly, really very capable. Favourite is number 10, Erwin, with Stefan Söderqvist. And then I've thrown in an outsider 3, Sheraton. And as I say, I feel that we've got a fairly good Shutter Island also has been showing form, and there's been a lot of buzz about that. But for me, a really, really value bet is 11 Cats Klondike, and that's why I've included 4 horses in the Grand Slam 75.
The 4th leg is an apprentice driver's race over full distance. Only mares in this race, and you think that we'll survive with only 2 marks. Tell us.
Yeah, these two stand out in the field. As I say, I know the apprentice races are not always to suss out, but and especially when you've got such capable drivers as Henriette Larsson, I've left her out. But number 4, Frederick Kay, and number 6, Global Wireless, I really think the winner is going to come from one of these 2, and I'm hoping that we're still alive after that bet. If we're there and 3 Nisse Sonna wins, then we've got an outstanding chance of Grand Slam.
Very well then, we have a Grand Slam 75 system this Sunday that contains 480 combinations. Thanks, Harry, for today. Thank you for watching. And SwedishHorseRacing.com is the website where you find additional information about this race day and about Swedish horse racing in general. Thank you and good luck with your bets to Axevalla Racetrack this Sunday. Bye-bye.